A Pastoral by John Warren, 3rd Baron De Tabley, 1835 to 1895. Venetian School Arcadian spaces of great grass arise, crisp lambs are merry, hoary vales are laid, studded with roe-deer and wild strawberries. In one, a shepherd tabours near a maid, who teases at the button of his cloak, where rarely underneath them grows the herb. A squirrel eyes their lovers from an oak, and speckled horses pasture without curb. In a fair meadow set with tulip-heads, a water-mill rolls little crested falls of olive torrent, broken in grey threads. A graveyard crowds black crosses in square walls, and up behind, in a still orchard close, the apples ripen, crushing down the trees in millions, russet-green and amber rose, fit for the gardens of the Hesperides. Such colour as the morning brings the skies, such mirage as our dreams in childhood gave, infinite cadence of ethereal dyes, the radiance of a rainbow burnished wave, quaint pastoral Arcadia, where are set thy rainy lands and reddish underwoods. Earth has not held thy fable sunsets yet, though lovers build their palace on thy roots. Okay, this is a poem by John Warren. Let's see, John Warren was an English poet. His father was a liberal politician, and he was most famous as a poet, but also as a botanist. And let's see, he went to Eton College, I think, and then he went to Christ Church College, Oxford. Let's see, this poem in many ways reminds me of Ode to a Grecian Urn, Ode on a Grecian Urn by John Keats. This poem is describing a scene in Arcadia. Let's see, Arcadia was utopia for the Greeks. It was heaven, it was the perfect place. And Arcadia, this is a picture of Arcadia by a painter of the Venetian School. And we have all of this perfection of the idea of this bucolic world. Venetian School, Arcadian spaces of great grass arise. So we have this picture, and we've got big spaces of grass. Crisp lambs are merry. You've got merry lambs frolicking. Hoary vales are laid. Grey valleys we can see in the background. And these are studied. These in places they have roe-deer and wild strawberries. So there are deer and wild strawberries everywhere. This is Arcadia. This is heaven. This is utopia. In one, a shepherd tabours near a maid. Tabor, he's drumming. I think he's on a drum. And he's drumming next to a maid, a young maiden, who teases at the button of his cloak. She's pulling at the button of his coat. So clearly these are the lovers. This is the shepherd and his love, and he's drumming, and she's pulling coyly and modestly at a button of his coat. Where rarely underneath them grows the herb. So underneath them you see little bits of grass growing underneath them, because this is this stylized idea of bucolic heaven. Everything is green with wild animals, and this is a place for lovers and beauty, and everything is perfect. A squirrel eyes their lovers from an oak. So the squirrel is watching the lovers from an oak tree. And speckled horses pasture without curb. So we've got horses with dotted horses, speckled horses, a speckled colour, and they're eating the grass without curb. So you don't have to tie them up, because you don't have the problem that the horses are going to get into the vegetable patch, because this is a perfect ideal heaven, and perhaps it's nothing to do with reality. In a fair meadow set with tulip-heads, a watermill rolls little crested falls of olive torrent. So we have a meadow, there's a field, and there are tulips. You can see tulips growing in this meadow. And there's a watermill, a mill wheel that is run by water. And it rolls little crested falls. So there are there's a small waterfall of an olive-coloured water falling down, broken in grey threads. So the water that comes down the waterfall of the watermill has little grey threads and olive torrents, and this is the water. And this is a very clear description of one of these bucolic, perfect country scenes where life is perfect. And it covers every part of life and death. We have nature, we have the lovers. Now we have a graveyard crowds black crosses in square walls. So there's a graveyard, and we have all of these black crosses. So death is here represented as well. And up behind, in a still orchard close, the apples ripen, crushing down the trees. So behind the graveyard, or in the back of the picture, there's an apple orchard, and the apple trees are full of ripe apples that are hanging down, that are pulling down the branches of the trees. And this is quite funny to me, because apples ripen in October and the tulips come out in March. So everything is in flower, everything is perfect. In millions, russet-green and amber rose, fit for the garden of the Hesperides. So the garden of the Hesperides is filled with the golden apples of the Hesperides. And this was a beautiful apple orchard. And the apples are russet green, they're reddish green, and amber rose. These are the colours. Such as the morning brings the skies. These are the colour. These are the colours of morning skies. Such mirage as our dreams in childhood gave. So this is the colour of the morning sky that we remember from childhood, or from childhood dreams. These beautiful russet green, amber, rose colour of the apples. Infinite cadence of ethereal dyes. So there are different colours. There's all of these different colours in the skies, and I imagine this is the sky behind this scene, this pastoral scene in Arcadia, where the sky is full of different colours. The radiance of a rainbow burnished wave. So there is a wave of different colours coming down in the background. Quaint pastoral or Arcadia. So this is beautiful Arcadia. This is heaven, the heaven, and it's it's unrealistic, but it's uh, beautiful, and beautiful country scene. Where are set thy rainy lands and where are set thy rainy lands and reddish underwoods? So where is the rain? This is somewhere where it never rains. Where are the hidden parts of the wood? Earth has not held thy fabled sunsets yet. So this is the land before the world began. This is the land that time forgot. This is heaven. This is like the Garden of Eden. Though lovers build their palaces on thy rood. So this is before time. This is before things existed. This is the land before the earth. But even so, the lovers are still building their palace, their wonderful place on your lands. So I think this is really an ode to Arcadia. It's saying that is talking about the idea of heaven, of the perfect world. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. A Pastoral by John Warren.